No one saw it coming. Not the cast, not the crew, and definitely not the millions of fans around the world. One day, Ty Borden was saving a stranger's life. The next, he was gone forever. The moment his heart stopped, it felt like the heart of Heartland stopped too. But why did Graham Wardle really choose to leave the show after 14 years? The truth goes far beyond simple storytelling. It's a decision rooted in personal struggle, change, and a powerful message. When Ty Borden died in season 14 of Heartland, fans were left in tears and disbelief. Ty wasn't just another character, he was the backbone of the story. He came from a painful past but found hope at Heartland Ranch. He became Amy's partner, Lindy's father, Jack's trusted friend, and a hero to viewers who saw him grow from a troubled teen to a strong, loving man. For over a decade, Ty and Amy were the soul of the show. Their love story was built slowly, honestly, and beautifully. They fought for each other, worked through hardship, and built a life together. That is why his sudden death from a hidden blood clot shocked everyone. Fans could accept pain, but what they couldn't accept was silence. Why did this happen? Why was such a beloved character written off so suddenly? Rumors started flying online. Was Graham sick? Was there drama behind the scenes? Did he get tired of the show? None of those rumors were true. The real answer was much deeper. And it would only come out when Graham Wardle finally decided to speak. To understand why Ty's death hit so hard, we must go back to the beginning, back to the young boy who arrived at Heartland Ranch. With anger in his eyes and scars in his heart. Ty wasn't born a hero. He came from a broken home and had lived a hard life filled with violence and fear. When he first showed up at Heartland, he didn't know who he was or where he belonged. But that ranch changed him. Jack gave him tough love. Amy showed him patience. Lou and Lisa treated him like family. And slowly, Ty found something he had never known before: peace. Over the years, viewers didn't just watch Ty. They grew with him. They saw him learn how to trust again. They saw him work hard, fall in love, fail, rise, and finally become a husband and father. His bond with Amy wasn't a fairy tale. It was a journey made of slow steps, real challenges, and quiet moments of love. Together, they became symbols of hope, proof that no matter where you come from, you can build a better life. That is why the moment Ty fell after surviving a gunshot, fans thought he was safe. They thought he would heal like he always did. But fate had another plan. Weeks later, he suddenly collapsed and died from a blood clot. The screen went silent. The world of Heartland shattered. Fans wanted answers not just from the writers, but from the man who played Ty himself. Soon, Graham Wardle would reveal why he made the hardest choice of his career, and what truly led to Ty's tragic end. After Ty's death aired, the internet exploded. Fans begged for answers. Many could not accept that Ty was gone unless they heard it from Graham Wardle himself. For months, he stayed quiet, giving the world time to feel the loss. Then finally, he spoke, not in a press release, not through gossip, but through his own words on his personal podcast. And what he revealed surprised everyone. Graham said he was not forced out and there was no drama behind the scenes. In fact, he loved working on Heartland and he cared deeply about the cast and the fans. But he felt something inside him, something he could not ignore. He explained that he had reached a point in his life where he felt called to move on. It wasn't about Hollywood or fame. It wasn't about money. It was about growth, his own growth as a person, he said. I felt in my heart it was time for me to step away and explore other things. Graham spoke about wanting to challenge himself, try new paths, and follow his spiritual journey. He knew staying on the show would be easy, comfortable, safe, but he also knew that people don't grow when they stay in the same place forever. He believed Ty's exit could carry a message that life changes. People move on, and sometimes goodbye is part of the story. Graham also revealed that he didn't take the choice lightly. He thought about Amy's character, about the fans, and about how Ty's departure would affect the show. But in the end, he chose honesty over comfort. For him, leaving was not the end. It was a beginning, just like the next chapter of Heartland. Ty's death was more than a shocking twist. It was a turning point for Heartland. When Graham Wardle chose to leave, the writers didn't just remove a character. They allowed the story to face something real loss. Just like in life, no one is guaranteed a perfect ending. People who mean everything to us can be taken in a moment. And when they are, the world does not stop. We must find a way to keep going. That is exactly what Amy Fleming had to do. Viewers watched her break, cry, and stand in silence beside Ty's grave. But they also watched her slowly rise again, not because she stopped loving Ty, but because she carried his love with her. She became a symbol of quiet strength. Her daughter Lindy would grow up hearing stories of the father who loved her more than life itself. And Heartland Ranch would remain a place of healing, just as it had been for Ty. Many fans still wish Ty had survived. They wish he could return in some surprise twist. But Graham knew returning would take away the honesty of his decision. He wanted Ty's legacy to inspire, not fade. And in a way it has. Ty lives on not in new episodes, but in the hearts of those who saw themselves in his journey. In every fan who overcame pain. In every person who learned to trust again. In everyone who still believes in hope. Ty Borden may be gone, but his story is far from over. Because stories don't end when a character dies. They end when they are forgotten, and Ty will never be forgotten.